Please welcome our hosts, Broadway television and film star Michael Nouri and E! Entertainment correspondent Melissa Rivers.
Welcome to the 18th Annual Genises Awards.
And the 50th anniversary of the Humane Society of the United States.
We are here to celebrate spectacular examples of courage and vision from the year 2003.
The awards honor members of the media who have used their talent and power to raise consciousness about the creatures with whom we are meant to share this planet.
This is our chance to applaud artists who, from behind the camera or behind the scenes, with words in scripts or print or songs, have chosen to speak for those who could otherwise not be heard, the animals.
Thanks to the works we are about to reward, the future will now be far brighter for countless animals, from big cats to parrots, to ducks, to dogs, to pigs, even to fish.
One of the top 10 victories last year was the Federal Captive Wildlife Safety Act. According to Wayne Pacell, Senior VP of HSUS, our next presenter played a major role in its success, spending hours walking the halls of Congress, lobbying the lawmakers. Here she is, Tippi Hedren.
You know, getting a bill passed in Washington, D.C. is a monumental effort. It isn't done by just one person. It takes a cohesive team, and I feel very fortunate tonight because three of the people actually, who were very, very much involved with this effort of getting the Captive Wildlife Safety Act was from, one of them, the main one, was from the 25th district, our congressional district, in our beautiful state of animal-loving people in California, my own congressman, Representative Buck McKeon. And I approached Buck several years ago on these issues, and when this particular bill came up, he said yes, he would support me, and he not only supported the bill, but he introduced it into the House. And also, Elton Gallegly is here this evening, and Elton has been a very, very, very strong supporter. And he is with the 24th Congressional District in our wonderful state of California. And of course, Wayne Pacell, who, there you are. Wayne and I shared many a veggie burger in the Senate and House cafeterias while we were walking the halls of the Senate and the House. And this has been a monumental effort, and I am so pleased. Would you both stand, Buck and Elton, please? I'm so proud. I'm so proud to be here with the incredible, unstoppable Gretchen Weiler and HSUS for this very, very wonderful evening. But now to get on with the program. There are an estimated 15,000 big cats in private homes in the United States. That's probably more than exist in the wild. Last year, exotic cats were responsible for not only several maulings, I looked it up today, and there were 19 in the last year. Among them was a young boy whose arm was ripped off, and 2 deaths, including a 10-year-old boy killed while shoveling snow in a backyard tiger pen. More famously, the attack of Roy Horn of Siegfried and Roy made headlines around the world. And that attack ignited the debate about how dangerous big cats are wherever they are, on stage or in somebody's backyard. Our next winner addressed this tragic matter by focusing on one misguided cat breeder. And if anyone is still deluded enough to want a wild animal after seeing this clip, remember, when people say that the elephant or the tiger went wild, they didn't go wild, they are wild. And no wild animal should ever be trusted, as reporter Brad Woodard makes very clear.
Green has been charged with multiple counts.
Endangering the public safety,
Yeah, 11 counts of animal abuse and cruelty.
If I came to you looking to buy a tiger, would you sell me one?
I would take it under consideration.
Green says he would first lease me a tiger to determine if I was qualified to handle such an animal.
He's not telling the truth. He'll sell it to anyone who has the right amount of money.
Is he qualified?
Of course not. His facility speaks for itself.
Why are you qualified to have these animals?
Well, I'm not really qualified.
You and I could sit down and probably purchase one within an hour and a half off the internet, and it would be not very expensive, a couple $100.
It's a big market. Some people say it's second only to the drug trade.
You're watching undercover video from a U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service probe that resulted in convictions against 16 people for slaughtering tigers.
They basically found tigers that were no longer wanted by people that were keeping them. They would shoot them either in the back of a trailer or in some type of confined space. A family physician from Chicago paid for the privilege of pulling the trigger to kill the tiger that he had bought.
So now the Captive Wildlife Safety Act will ban the interstate and foreign commerce of dangerous big cats for sale as pets. President Bush signed the bill on December 19th, 2003. And here to accept his award for outstanding local feature for his stellar report on the critical issue of exotic cat and breeding and ownership, please welcome from KARE 11 in Minneapolis, Minnesota, 3-time Genises Award winner Brad Woodard.
Thank you so much. You know, as I sit and watch all of these wonderful examples of work tonight, one question comes to mind. What can you say about a society that can get in an uproar over a wardrobe mishap at a football game, and yet sit idly by while atrocities, countless atrocities, are committed against humans and non-humans? It doesn't say a lot about our society. Ours is a society of double standards and denial, and speciesism runs rampant. And you often hear people say at events like this, we have to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. Well, I happen to be of the opinion that animals can speak quite nicely for themselves, thank you very much. It's just not in our language, and we have to listen. And when you don't listen, sometimes bad things happen. We've had some very notable cases. But I do look forward to the day when collectively we realize that animals are not put here for us to do with as we please. And I think through the efforts of people like you in this room, that we will indeed one day see that day. And I'm thank you. Very grateful to the Humane Society of the United States and Gretchen Weiler. As Tippy said, this is my third award, and I have to tell you, the first award changed my life because I realized I couldn't continue to do the things that I was doing. And I hope if you're here tonight for the first time that you'll think about what you've seen and maybe make a few changes in your own life. Thank you so much. This is the only award that matters to me, and I am so grateful. Thank you very much.
Thank you for making the 18th Annual Genises Award. I told you it could be. It was, I think, the best yet. Please help me thank our wonderful hosts, two very special friends of the animals, Melissa Rivers and Michael Nouri. Thank you. There's no emphasis.
Gretchen, I'd just like to say to Gretchen that when you called me and asked me and honored me with participating here tonight, I had no idea what I was going to see nor what I was going to feel tonight. And in the future, you have a friend, and I hope you'll call me again. It's been an honor to be here. Thank you. And our congratulations to all of our winners for setting new benchmarks for excellence, integrity, and compassion.
And I am so happy to have been a part of this. Once again, we're all reminded of how well the major media and the arts can speak on behalf of those who cannot speak for themselves, the animals.
We encourage the media to keep spotlighting animal issues, and we leave you with this philosophy. We envision the day when animals will have the right to swim if they have fins, to run if they have legs, and to fly if they have wings. Thank you for joining us. Good night.
Visit our website at hsushollywood.org.
Airfare for Virginia McKenna provided by Virgin Atlantic Airways. Limousine service provided by Jackson Limousine. The Genesis Awards is brought to you in part by Delta Airlines. Presented by the Humane Society of the United States.